Please welcome to the stage Dr. Donnell L. Barnett.
As a young graduate student, I once heard a bold, raspy voice, a voice filled with struggle and optimism. That voice was Dr. Joseph White, known to many as the godfather of Black psychology. I heard him call out with that voice, "How long?" To which the crowd responded, "Not long." Dr. White, of course, was summoning Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who asked the same question of a weary but purpose-driven crowd in Montgomery, Alabama. How long? And in the tradition of familiar call and response, the crowd responded, "Not long." I tell you this story in the context of my brief discussion on the more recent attacks on education. The crusade against being woke, the attempts to recast enslavement as anything other than state-sponsored terrorism, and the attempts to whitewash, to manwash, and to straightwash education. I ask you, how long? And this should be important to you. In many ways, education is psychology, and psychology is education. The classroom offers the opportunity to learn about yourself and the world, who and how you be in the context of your family, your community, your culture, and your history. All of it is, in essence, foundational to your psychology. Targeting education is more dangerous than forcing people to sit at the back of the bus, or assigning them water fountains based on their skin color. In effect, this focus on education is an attempt to undermine the character, personhood, and the very spirit and essence of our children and young minds. Oh, and at the same time, it robs white children from experiencing and learning about the richness and history of human diversity. And let's be clear, they know that. They have long understood that. And in their hubris, they think we don't know that. But our ancestors have already prepared us. They already put us up on game. Kenneth and Mamie Clark, they highlighted the deleterious effects of self-concept when education is weaponized. To paraphrase ancestor Carter G. Woodson, an education that conceals identity, that masks history, and teaches people that they are cursed because of who they are, that education is the worst kind of lynching. And our ancestors also taught us about our power, too. Amos Wilson, Bobby Wright, Asa Hilliard, and many others, they helped us to know that within education is the power to sustain culture and give life to people. You see, education should help people see and know themselves. Education should help people understand themselves in the context of history and in social order. Education should help people liberate their minds from what is and inspire them to what could be. And it is precisely that version of education that is under racist attack. And my question to this assembly is, how long? Allow me to speak the same words that Dr. King spoke that day in Montgomery. He said, "When will wounded justice lying prostrate on the streets of Orlando and Dallas and communities all over this country be lifted from this dust of shame to reign supreme among the children of men?" He said, "How long will justice be crucified and truth buried?" I come to say to you this afternoon, however difficult the moment moment, however frustrating the hour, it will not be long, because truth crushed to the earth will rise again. How long? Not long. Because no lie can live forever. How long? Not long. Because you shall reap what you sow. How long? Because the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. You who are assembled here today, you can go back to your local school councils and your city councils, your state representatives, and tell them you demand full education for our children. You can go back to your universities and mental health clinics and places of worship and tell them you demand full and complete education for our children. And you can go back to your dinner tables and book clubs and family gatherings and talk to your own children about full education. In every way, big and small, you push the arc of the moral universe more closely towards justice. How long? How long? How long? Thank you very much.